What is up guys, and today I'll be doing a video on my prediction of EPL season of 2016 and 17. So here I'm going to show you first to 20, starting with first obviously. So starting with first, we have got Manchester City. Now there might be a little bit controversy of this, I know there's a lot of fans around that support many other clubs, and they might think Arsenal's gonna win, or some might think United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Leicester even. But these predictions, you never know who's gonna win. That's the best thing about EPL. It's unlike any other league, you have no idea which club is going to win. So coming to the second position, I've got Arsenal here, and the reason why I got Arsenal there is that they signed very good players like Xhaka. He's a very good signing in my opinion, and if they get a striker, that'll be perfect with Sanchez and Ozil delivering the ball to the striker. I don't know who they're gonna get, but if they do get a decent one, that's gonna be very helpful to Arsenal, and if they do, I think they're gonna come second. Coming third is Manchester United. So they have officially signed Mourinho now, so Ibrahimovic might come to United, which is going to be very helpful. He's going to give that impact to United, and I think Mourinho is just going to change that team and then make more passion in United. And then coming fourth is Liverpool. Now there might be a little bit controversy on this one as well, because Tottenham had a really good season, so people might be wondering, why isn't Tottenham there? What happened to Leicester City? What happened to West Ham and stuff? But I think Liverpool got the special something. Klopp made Liverpool go to the Europa League final, and I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm to be honest a Chelsea fan who's been having a very bad season this season, so that is kind of disappointing. But for Liverpool, they haven't made a signing yet since Klopp came, and then they were amazing. And if they sign someone like Götze or something, I think they're gonna be pretty damn amazing next season. I mean, if they sign like Götze, maybe someone Klopp knows like Subotic or something, they're gonna be pretty decent. Now coming fifth is Tottenham. Now, at the end of the season, Tottenham was not in the best form. They lost to Newcastle 5-1, and Newcastle was in the relegation zone. So very disappointing things for Tottenham fans there. And I think apparently United is trying to sign Kane. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, maybe or maybe not. But if they do, then they're gonna get a really big bad impact. But if they don't, their form is kind of inconsistent. Their players are quite young, and they got more to come. And then what I know from this is that from at least first to seventh place, the teams are going to be very close to each other, very tight points, probably 1 or 2 points, or maybe even in the same points. So next season it's going to be very interesting to see how many other clubs put in. And coming in sixth position, there is Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea, very bad season, coming 10th. Obviously hasn't had a very good season, but if they manage to make some decent signings, we brought in Conte, so hopefully he can bring in some good Italian players. And if they do, I think Champions League place is probably not going to be very realistic for them, considering how bad Chelsea was this season. But they might come into Europa League and then start again from there, and hopefully they can improve the game. And coming in seventh is Leicester City. Now Leicester, no one would have predicted Leicester. For example, if I was 1 year back, and if I predicted Leicester was gonna come first, every comment in the video would be like, oh my gosh, Leicester's not gonna come first, it's gonna be freaking United or City or Chelsea again, considering how good Chelsea was last season. What I mean by last is 14-15 season. So, but you never know. But I think Leicester kind of used all of their powers, and there's a rumor that Drinkwater might go, Kante might leave, Mahrez might go somewhere. I'm not sure about Vardy. So it's kind of, and then their players at getting closer to the end of the season, many teams predicted how Leicester City is going to play their counter attack, their fast-paced attack using Vardy and Mahrez. And so a lot of clubs predicted their attack, and then they kind of struggled, only managed to win 1-0, which is that's why they won the league. But it's kind of, I'm just not too sure how they're gonna go next season. So, but I don't think they're gonna fall wow, straight down. I think there's going to be like 7, probably really close to Europa League or Champions League place. Who knows? And coming in 8th position, I think West Ham is going to be in that position. So obviously West Ham has moved the stadium to Olympic Stadium. A lot of support and stuff. But sadly, a lot of clubs gonna like use heaps of money to bring in players. Like Chelsea's gonna try to redeem themselves. Liverpool's trying to get a lot of players. Manchester City with Guardiola is going to bring a lot of players in. Arsenal, I don't know Arsenal, but Liverpool, United, Tottenham, they're all gonna try to bring in players. And then West Ham, I think they're gonna get a bit more smaller, but they're not gonna drop too behind. And I think they're gonna come 8th and probably have a decent season. Like position wise, it's not too good. But in 9th position, I think it's gonna be Southampton there. Like, to be absolutely honest, I'm just not sure how the league is going to go after this point. So after 9 point, I've just scrambled around, to see how the clubs went last season. Like what I mean by last season is 15-16 season. And then I think Southampton, they had a decent season, I guess. They're the club that they always let players go. Like I think Klein left last season from Southampton, but they have brought a good replacement in. Always they have always brought a good replacement in. So they're always gonna stay in that mid-table section around 7th or 8th or 9th. I don't know. I have no idea. But this is gonna be really close. And in 10th position, I think Everton is gonna be there. Now they have obviously sacked Roberto Martinez and they have got a lot of potential. Like look at their players. They got Ross Barkley, they got Leighton Baines, Stones, Funes Mori. They have got Deulofeu, Lukaku, Mirallas. They have got a decent squad, but whenever you look at their results, it's not too impressive. So they have sacked Martinez. So I think I think that's a really good step forward for Everton. Probably bring a better manager in. I thought Benitez was gonna come, but it looks like Benitez is going to stay at Newcastle in the Championship. No problem. But for Everton, like that's a bit of a bummer. But for Everton, if they bring a new manager in, he's going to try to use the player really wisely and try to get their best potential. So from 11th position. Now, obviously the thing changed. Yes, I used some editing. I've spent some time in this, so please appreciate it. Anyways, on 11th position, then we have got Stoke City. Now, Stoke City, once again, like Everton, has got a pretty decent squad. Like, look at the squad. They got Bojan, Shaqiri, Arnautovic, Diouf, Botland. But, they're kind of inconsistent as well. So, I think that's a bit disappointing by Stoke. Like, their inconsistency, that's why they're always in the mid-table. Like, if they are able to, use their form wisely, they could be like Leicester City. Who knows, you could see like Stoke City coming in the Champions League spot, or Everton, or maybe Southampton. West Ham seems to be, always good at the start of the season. They come like 3rd or something for first few rounds. So, always heads up for that. You never know, EPL is unlike any other league. I keep saying this, but that's why it's so interesting. Look at League 1. PSG always wins, and I don't think any other club is going to beat PSG for next few seasons. Look at Serie A. Obviously a bit more close to the season. Napoli weren't able to use Higuain properly, and then he got banned for a few matches, and then their form, they got caught up by Juventus, and Juventus managed to win the league. So that is Serie A. Juventus always wins. And look at La Liga. It's even more problem. It's always Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Atletico Madrid. Usually Barca or Real Madrid. And Bundesliga, Bayern domination. Dortmund, they always get Dortmund players like Hummels and stuff. But EPL is something different. Now moving on to 12th position, we have got Swansea City. And Swansea City is a very good club. They've got decent players. They got Andre Ayew, who scored decent amount of goals. Sigurdsson, they got Key, and they got the goalkeeper. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him play this season. I'm not too sure if he's good. Fabianski, I don't know, mate. But I think Swansea got the special potential. At near the end of the season, they were in a good form, drawing with Manchester City. So I guess there's a lot of good things to come for Swansea. And moving on to 13th place is Crystal Palace. If they are able to use good players like Bolasie, Punchin, Zaha properly, then I think they're going to put them into a good space, avoid from relegation, far from relegation. And in the 14th place, I think Sunderland is going to be there. Obviously, Defoe kind of hard carried the team near the end of the season, moved them from relegation zone. Amazing. David Chelsea as well, fair play to them. Amazing goal from one of the players, I forgot who it was. But, good things to come for Sunderland. Defoe, I think he's going to score some more goals next season. He's in a great form. Bit disappointed he didn't get picked, but Rashford does deserve the spot as well. In 15th position, I think Watford is going to be there with good players like Troy Deeney, Igalo. I thought they were going to go into Europa League, but sadly they didn't. But in the 16th position, Bournemouth, again, I'm not too sure about this team as well. It might get relegated, I'm just not too sure about this team. They got some decent amount of players like Arthur, King, they got Gradell, Callum Wilson and stuff. But I'm really excited to see how Bournemouth plays. They beat Manchester United like in the first leg, so in 2015. And coming in 17th position, Middlesbrough, I think is going to be the only team surviving, which means that West Brom, Burnley and Hull City are going to get relegated. Now, I'm just not too sure about West Brom this season. I just haven't seen them play a lot, but I don't think they did really well. Burnley and Hull City, they are the clubs that came from Championship, and I think they're gonna get relegated. But I'm just not too sure. It could be Watford, it could be Sunderland, Crystal Palace, Swansea, anyone from this second half of the table. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I want to hear your opinion down in the comment section below. And goodbye.